You see, when you call an average African youth today to ask him or her, what do you think is your mission in this world? I mean, why do you think you are here? That's when you realize that almost all don't really know. They don't really know why they are here. They wake up, they eat, sleep around, make fun, and then sleep. Wake up again and repeat the same thing. And it's very sad to see this. I mean, how do you think I will feel to keep you in my house, watch you eat, drink, make fun, sleep around, and lie down while I incur debts of your rent, and then tomorrow you repeat the same thing without offering me any service? How do you think I will feel? Or how do you think you will feel? You accommodate your friend whom you feed, you do everything for, and all he does is to eat, drink, sleep around, and incur debts of light bill, water bill, and even the feeding. And at the end of the day, he sleeps again to repeat same tomorrow. How will you feel? That's how it feels for the owners of this world watching you come here full. You come here, you eat, you drink, you walk around, pick carelessly in the air, behave madly to people. You and sense are not neighbors. Then you can waste all of these years enjoying these things repeatedly, and you think nature will be so happy with you. You see, I used to tell some old friends of mine a story. I just give them a picture of story. When I say it, sometimes they laugh. It sounds funny, but it's not. It's a reality. It's not actually a joke. I tell them that, do you know that once in a while they pick people together from different locations and they bring them into one bus and send them to death, and then you will hear accident happen on that bus, everybody died. Sometimes they'll pack them together, bring all of them, bring them, put them in a particular area, and maybe that day it is tanker explosion, a tanker carrying fuel or diesel or something that can explode, and then when it explodes, everyone in that particular area loses their life. It doesn't just happen. You see, no life comes into this world without permission, and none leaves the world just like that. A permission is also taken. And who is that person responsible for the permission? Someone is responsible for your entrance, and another is responsible for your exit. Nature permits you. Your spirit guide is aware of everything you're doing. In my dialects, we call it chi, your spirit. Without your chi, you are no one. And yet that chi, a lot of people don't recognize theirs. And they just move around. Try to take advantage of everything in this world. You eat, you drink the water, you step on the floor, on the sand. You breathe the air. You use everything available, but you are useless to this world. You are useless to humanity. Nature watches you when you use these things. The air you breathe, the ground you walk on, the water you use, everything, the plants, the herbs, the food you eat. And after using all of these things, you are useless, even to the next human being. Like I tell my friends, that's why they pack a lot of people together and put them inside one bus and send them off. Before then, their chi, that their spirit, has already been consulted. Even their chi have informed them, but they are deaf. They are deaf. They can't hear when their spirit is talking to them. They are the one that mostly tells you, oh, those things are superstitions. They die like fowls. Even fowls live longer. You think you just come to this world and do whatever you like and walk away. You hurt humanity, you cheat, you manipulate, you do what you think you can do. Hey. You see, that's one of the reasons why I blame good people. You can't be good if you just forgive people up and down. Then you are not good. Because it is because of your type that evil people exist and live longer. And then you hear things like evil people live long. Why are they living long? The people they hurt, leave them in the name of forgiveness. That's why I tell you that I don't preach forgiveness. Those evil people deserve to be removed from this world. They deserve to be removed. And even if they have to leave, they should not be greater than the good people. Their works must not be seen more than the good people. And so you go around, watch people do evil, especially to you who claim you are good. And they do those evil. And then you just walk and pass and leave them. Tomorrow they multiply. Next tomorrow they multiply. And then the good people dies while they live. And tomorrow you see a different person come out and say, evil people live longer. Do you see the narrative? That's why I tell you, people like me, you don't forgive. So before you plan your evil and come around, be ready. How can you be in this world without having anything or knowing what you have come to do? Okay. Some people are meant to be physicians. Some people are meant to be maybe farmers. Some people are meant to be some special doctors. Some people are meant to be seers. Some people are meant to be, teachers. Some, when you need wisdom, you have to go to them. When you need ideas, you have to go to them. Some people are crafty, like people who make special crafts. Everything you ever think you need has been deposited into people. But you know what? You ask some people their dream. They will tell you that their dream is to build house. And build house for their mother. They have suffered for them. Is that why you're in this world? You see, poverty has so messed our mentality up to a point that if you really know why you're in this world, some things you speak with your mouth, some of our mentality, you see that is very, very irritating today. But unfortunately, because of the poverty thing, because we are seeking for our stomach, we are working for our stomach. Everything we are doing now is just for our stomach. Survival. Nobody's talking about the actual reason why you are brought into this world. And that is why they mostly talk about, talents and gifts. Because those talents and gifts is still pointing to why you are in this world. If everyone actually focus on their talents and gifts, you will see that we will not lack anything in this world. But it's like we lack things. And so you see people seeking for those things, roaming around. Today, you can hear a particular, maybe, disease on someone. And then, before you know it, the person dies of that disease. But if you ask me, I will tell you that I'm pretty sure that there is someone who was created for this purpose. But it's either that person thinks that his purpose in this world is to build a house for his mother. And then nature have looked at him, and then pack him inside that bus, that usual bus, and send him away. Look around you very well. If you think, if all that is in your head right now is how you will just eat and build house, marry, born children, buy a car, and these are all in your head, you are part of those useless people on this earth. And I can tell you with all assurance that they will also pack you inside one of those buses and send you away. Don't think I'm insulting you. This is a reality. You can't be useless. Like I told you from the beginning, you can't be using all the amenities. So just for example, you're living in a country and you're not paying tax. The government give you water, the government give you light, the government give you everything, and then you won't pay tax. How does that government treat you? No, tell me. And then I also give you an instance that even you bring in your friend or even your own child, and that child is only eat and drink and enjoy, maybe fuck around, sleep around, do everything and come back to your house, sleep. How do you see that child? Don't you call that child a useless child? That is how nature sees you. Yes, I guess it's clearer now. That's how nature sees you. So many of us have some special talents. Do you know that, unfortunately, let me tell you this. I have always known that whatever you want in this world has already been attached to your talents and gifts. Do you know that? I'm sure maybe you have heard of it. See, no matter what you do, your gifts and your talents was tied around you. That is the only thing that will make you to become whom you're truly supposed to be. Yes. And there is always a way out to that your gift. There is always a way. If you are connected to your chi, if you are connected to your spirit, you'll find that way. And you also notice that that way doesn't really cost. It doesn't really cost. Your dream is not traveling abroad. Your dream is not being in the UK and the US alone. Is it a dream to be in the US and UK? That's why some people still go there. They don't bring anything home. They can't survive. They won't bring anything. They won't make up of anything. You can force nature, but you will still be, one day fixed inside that bus. Humanities are dying. They need our help. And you are part of that help. What were you called to do in this world? Some of the evils that are happening in this world today is as a result of someone who ignored his own line of duty in this world. Yeah, some of the evils happening today is just because of someone missing in the line. Take for instance, maybe in a family you can see this, maybe he may be the stubborn person, and then because of that stubborn person, no careless threat comes to that family. And they remember or know that there is this kind of person here. They won't bring in such kind of threats. That's how it is like. When everyone is in their line of duty, everything will be in place. Nothing will miss. For some people's dream is only to build house because they have suffered too much. To build house for their mother because their mother suffered for them. That's not why you're in this world. See, that's why you can see some people in the village doing far better than some people in the city. Some of them, let me use an instance of a native doctor who is really doing his job well. Maybe through gifts or what he asks you to bring for him to render you that service. That's what makes him rich or richer. It's very okay because you have to pay for a service being offered to you as long as the service is being, discharged properly without cheating, then it's okay. And then through that means that person also becomes his own rich. You see, he has become rich while also solving your own problem. That is talent in action. But if he's not there, he has gone to do another thing, which definitely will involve struggling. While he's there, you that needs the spiritual attendance, spiritual help, when you arrive and you ask, please, where can I get someone who does this kind of thing? They'll tell you, we don't know. They don't know because the person who actually does it has gone somewhere. He's missing his position. That's why somehow his life can be taken away because he's not in the right place. There was a time I broke my arms and I visited several bone doctors around and collected money and did their own best, but no way. For about 2 years, I kept, getting the pain and going to the wrong places without solution. In fact, I got to one whom everybody was recommending in that city. Yet, when I got to this person, the way he talks and talk while performing the duty, I said, I'm not sure this person can do this. Are they really sure it is this person that does this? Because as far as I know, people who talk too much like this, they don't discharge their duty well. Anyway, I really may not know, but from my experience there, the young man was just touching other parts. I'm not feeling the very pain why I came there. He's not even touching that place. The talking was so much that his attention was more on that talking. I was the one trying to direct him. Say, sir, down here, down here. He would do like as if he knows what he's doing. Like I shouldn't, tell him what to do. And he put in more effort in the talking again. He kept talking. Don't know whether he's talking his experience to people or whatever. But at the end of the day, I thought this man, maybe after a while, is going to get into business by concentrating or now getting to the very parts to heal my hand. Before a minute or two, man was like, okay, you can go, you can come back tomorrow. I was like, what? Just like that. Well, I kept short because I'm new. So maybe with that, miracle can now take place after. I don't know. So I went. I checked the check. Nothing happened again. I came the second time, the third time. This man is actually not even touching the main place. He hasn't discovered the point. And I tried to show him this is the point, but he doesn't want to put attention. He's touching other parts. And you know what? When I arrived there, I gave him, he told me the amount to do the thing, told me to deposit. I said, no, I'll give you the full amount so that you can use your heart and work. I paid him the full amount, but still. But it was finally someone from my own village, because I had to now travel to my own village. I met the man and he performed his own thing. This person I'm telling you from my village, he didn't spend 30 minutes for something that has been disturbing me for 2 years. This man just touched my hand and went straight to the part. And when he went straight, I was shocked. I looked at him, I said, this man must be wicked though. He has touched that part immediately and he's holding that particular part. This is what was going through my mind. Before you know, this man acted as if he lost attention, as if he wants to talk to somebody, and then he dragged the points. Immediately, I got a very sharp pain, but do you know that there is this great relief? This is talent, this is gift. And when I asked, I realized that they were the people, or it's like their family are the people who specialize on this particular bone bone healing. It was their family. We call them Ojendi, one of their eldest. They are no more alive now. It was their family who do it. This is talent. It didn't take him 30 minutes. This is something I've paid everywhere for 2 years without solution. It took someone 30 minutes. But if he had left his line of duty, would he have solved my own problem? And you know what? He didn't bill me as others. He didn't. And this is where the game comes in, where you say such people don't get rich. You are the one that is supposed to make them rich for having solved your problem. They didn't bill you right, so why don't you make them rich? Why don't you give them that same thing you would have given to those people who billed you carelessly? That is what I did. In fact, I visited him again to find him and gift him again. But unfortunately, I heard he's no more alive the last time I visited. Probably another person from that lineage will continue. You also have something you're supposed to offer. Check through your spirit, check through your mind. It's there. It's not about building house. It's not about building house for your father and your mother. It's not about buying a car. That's not a dream. Those things are not why you are here. Human lives are wasting. And you have a role to play. Somehow, there is something called your talent. Today, it's only what is giving money that becomes people's talent. What is trending, that's what becomes people's talent. What somebody made money through becomes everybody's talent automatically because of poverty. Yeah. But you know that your own could also make you popular and rich the same way it made the other person. It could just be, wisdom that took the person to go and try this. What played a part there is the wisdom, not just that thing he went to do. It is the wisdom. So your own tool could be something else. Maybe it could be you to produce something that another person is going to, through wisdom, discover and start using that thing to solve another problem. Everything we need is just all around us. Just like a circle. None is complete. Nobody is complete with every package. You don't even have up to maybe 2-3 packages. So you will need another person's own. People do not just die. The permission is taken first before they die. Whether through accidents, whether through sickness, whether through anything. permission is taken from their guidance spirits. And a judgment also takes place. Yes, a judgment takes place over your head before you are taken out from this world. No one exits this world without a permission from their chi, from their guiding spirits. You see those people you call your village people, your ancestors, your this or that. They are the ones that carry out the judgments in the spiritual realm. And if a judgment is being carried out and it is noticed that you are useless in this world, or you didn't carry out your duty, or you are just catching funds without being useful to humanity, of course a judgment can be ruled over your head to remove you from this world. It could be true, it could be harshly, it could be removed harshly, or through something else. So when you see people die, when you see people being taken away, a permission has already been taken. That's why also you can see that, maybe an accident occurred in a vehicle and everybody died and only one person survived. Yeah. Maybe that person too isn't even supposed to join that particular bus. But because the judgment was not ruled over or ruled against him or her, he lives, he survives. Sometimes you see the person sustain injury. And that injury is a warning. Try to hack him, because probably he's not even supposed to be there at all. He's not supposed to be among the people who have been gathered together to be removed. Because if you ask me, I don't think there is anybody who came to this world to just live 10 years, 5 years, 20 years. I think something is wrong. We actually get old. We actually get old. When someone is removed young, something is wrong. Something went wrong. Something went wrong. It may not also be from the person directly, but somehow has a role to play. That person has a role to play too.